Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into this IGL matchup. I am Whoopsyou alongside my beautiful, way prettier than me co-host BrokeFang. How's it going tonight, BrokeFang?
Hey, it is awesome to be here with you. I'm super excited to finally get in the booth. We have talked to each other all the time, gone back and forth, been in each other's channels, cast each other's game, but this is the first time that we got to cast together, so this is going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. Like I said, I look up to this man 120%. He's pretty much kept me under his little wing, the whole entire time. Kind of got me started with casting. Has been super helpful. Honestly, just an all-around great guy. Seriously, I can't say enough. I can't praise you enough, and I can't thank you enough for seriously getting this started for me, bro. Honestly, so the honor's all mine. Even though this is my channel, the honor's all mine. You being here is just amazing to see, and I know the fans love it.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, it's been great working with you because we've done things behind the scenes and we've gone back and forth and so the fact that we're both in the booth together, I tell you what, if nothing else happens out on the pitch, we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, 100%. Who cares about this game, right? Sea Shanties, who's Doom Sovereign? I have no idea who these guys are. This is the BrokeFang and BrokeFang, my apologies, and Whoopsyou show. Okay, that's all it is.
Absolutely, you guys came to see us. We're just going to talk for the next hour. I know Whoopsyou has his own podcast, so go check that out. It's us right now.
I don't have my own podcast. I do host the podcast.
it's your podcast. I don't care what llamas.
Who's llama? Who's this? Who are these people? No, welcome in though, guys. Like I said, this is gonna be awesome. Tonight's matchup's gonna be Doom Sovereign. I think they're coming into this one being 1-2 versus the Sea Shanties. Surprising enough, coming into this one being 3-0. How you feel about that one, BrokeFang?
I'm wondering if I would not have cast one of their games already this circuit, I would have questioned if they've even played their games. They are playing really well. Jamal is actually getting passes onto Noobsy's nose, so he doesn't have to do any hard work, and it's working out. And they are really developed as a team, especially from what we saw last circuit, and they did exceedingly well.
Yeah, but I mean, they always have the trouble, the crossbar curse, But this season, they've been kind of finding the back of the net instead. So that's kind of been the difference maker this time. On top of that, on the back of Noobsy as well, because he's been absolutely popping off. As we hop into the tail of the tape real quick, let's look at this one real quick, Broken. I don't know why I keep calling you Broken. It's just something I do. I don't know why. Please don't hate me. Doom Sovereign coming into this one being a 1.92 goals per game average, the 3.42 saves per game average as well, and then the 1.42 assists per game. How do you break this one down?
Sea Shanties most definitely have the offense, but one thing that cannot be understated is you always hear in traditional sports, and I know with your background, you know this as well, defense wins championships, and those 3.42 saves on the side of Doom Sovereign, even if they're not getting the offense that they really want to have going, that defense can keep them in a game, and at any point, 1-2 goals, get a quick goal, get a kickoff goal, they're in every single game. So even though the stats might look lopsided and you look at a common opponent, Sea Shanties 3-0'd an opponent that 3-0'd Doom Sovereign, the defense can keep them in a game, and you can't really look at 3.4, 1.92. Yep, this is Sea Shanties. I'm expecting this to be an incredibly tightly contested series the whole way through.
See, I mean, I disagree with you there. You said defense wins championships, which is true. But in my personal opinion, the 3.42 stat, in my opinion, shows that Doom Sovereign is struggling a little bit on the offensive side of things, and they're getting more chances at the saves. That's why they're coming in here with a higher average as far as the 3.42 goes, in my personal opinion. But if you flip the script, like you said, the 3.40 from the Sea Shanties, that just shows me that they're absolutely, like you said beforehand, the passes from Jamal, Sir Noobsy absolutely popping off, the 1.40 goals per game coming into this one pretty hot. So I disagree with you just a tad bit. I want to see a lot how the Doom Sovereign offense looks. But like you said, I saw their game last week on your cast when you were casting them, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And Noobsy was absolutely taking over. So I'm really excited to see this one, because all those stats and analytics can be the best friend or they can be our worst enemy. As us casters know this, they could be our best friends. So I just want to get into this one and see what happens. But
And one thing that cannot be understated as well is the assist to goal ratio for
Yeah.
both of these squads. Both of them incredibly high assist for every goal that they are scoring. And even though, yes, Sea Shanties is scoring more, over half of their goals are assisted. You look on the Doom Sovereign side, they're what 1.6 to 1.9. Like that is an insanely high
Yeah.
percentage. So it's something that Sea Shanties does need to pay attention to. And even if they do have that offensive pressure, just a quick 1-2 up the pitch, they have that connection to be able to hook up with one another.
Yep.
Even though, correct me if I'm wrong, but Doom Sovereign hasn't been together very long.
No, they haven't been together very long. They actually only been together for a couple of weeks, but I think that this team was another team, and they just took on the Doom name, the Doom Esports name. They are a an organization within IGL. They are a newer organization. Only been around. At least this team has only been around a couple of weeks, but they are the Tier 3 defending champions from last season. So like we can't sleep on these guys, and neither can Sea Shanties. They definitely cannot do that. And I love that you brought up the assist category because it's one of my favorites because it leads to such interesting plays. I love to see the passing plays, the pre-jumps, the flip resets, to kind of passes off the back walls. Those showboaty plays almost as one can say. You know what I mean? So I love to see that, but we cannot sleep on these guys. I'm telling you guys right now, Doom Sovereign might come to play.
Yeah, and being in a traditional 3v3, you have that capability. I play in the 2v2s, and you have to be a little bit more reserved, and that's one thing Sea Shanties, they have not. They are aggressive. They are all out attacking. They're a ton of fun to see, and I can't wait to get into this game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this game right now. Give them the green light to go ahead and go and join. And let's hop into this game number 1 here, Seeger.
Absolutely, teams joining up, best of 5. Throw all the stats out the window. Let's get down to it. Tier 2 play. Sea Shanties, Doom Sovereign.
Let's get it. I love to see it. We're going to start with J-Maul off the right-hand side. It's going to be met early by Jake Plays. And we're going to see a little bit of offense from Doom Sovereign first. But pretty much Sea Shanties defending this one really, really well. Being very patient out here. But still not out of trouble just yet.
And game 1 is really about feeling each other out. And, we see in the demo coming out, and this is what I was talking about. You got to be careful as defense getting up, but you can't look at the stats as Carson off of the demo, throwing the rotation out, and able to get that goal with a team up on the side. A quick 1-0 start for Doom Sovereign.
Yeah, very, very heads up. Good play right there by Carson. The 50-50, that challenge just kind of beats the last man back. Unfortunate for Sea Shanties, but at the same time, like we said, we can't rely on the stats and analytics side of things. Noobsy rocking this Batmobile. How do you feel about this one?
Hey, going with the plank. I love to see it. I love to see the different styles of cars. It's not Octane dominated. Every other body hit star does work. It's just a matter of how they get used to it. And I haven't seen Noobsy play with too much plank, so interested to see if he's put in the time to not Athena everything here tonight.
Exactly. I think I did talk with Noobsy a little bit before the game, and he did tell me that the Batmobile has been working in his favor, but I'm not sure about you. You mentioned the Octane and the Dominus, but you forgot about the greatest car in Rocket League, and that is the Fennec. Okay? The Fennec is the best car out here.
The Fennec is still an Octane hitbox. It's a wannabe Octane. Just call it what it is. But I tell you what, the pressure that we were coming to expect from Sea Shanties just hasn't been. We've seen a lot of good midfield play already here coming out from Doom Sovereign. And even though the ball gets down the corner, nothing is really clearing and centering on either side. Just some back and forth, feeling each other out.
Yeah, nice little pass right here from J-Maw, bringing this one upfield. Noobsy had a chance at that one, but the defense of Doom Sovereign just there to meet him with that one as well. Here comes Banyan now, passes this one to midfield. Carson has a touch on it, bringing it to the left-hand side, trying to get that second touch, but just misses contact with that one as well. It's going to be a little transition right here. Looks like Sir Noobsy's going to have a chance at this one. Might be a double touch off the back wall. Can he get the second? No, he doesn't. He misses that one. Definitely probably wants another crack at that one, don't you think, BrokeFang?
I think he wants another car. The car Car's failing him there, and then losing the 50-50 as well for Jake Plays to get goal number 2. The Batmobile not working out for Whoopsyou thus far. I tell you what, we're giving him flack, but that was one heck of a play by Jake to get in the right position, not only win the 50-50, but also get the flip into where it's going, stay on top of it, and get goal number 2.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal right there. I'm not sure. I missed what that text said in the chat. I'm not sure if it said new lobby or not, but regardless, Sea Shanties down in this one 2-0. Still plenty of time left, only halfway through this game number 1. If you guys are just joining us, welcome in. This is a best of 5 series. Nice little pass right there from Banyan, but well defended by Doom Sovereign. Banyan not done yet. Carson's not done yet either. He might have a little touch right here for his teammate Jake Plays. Passes that one too far to the left-hand side. Let's see if J-Maul can bring this one up the left-hand side, get a pass to Banyan that's waiting on the wings right there at midfield. Can't generate enough power on that one, but Banyan has a follow-up touch, and Jake Play with a great save right here. That's going to be an open net opportunity for Doom Sovereign.
Just the 50-50s going their way. The positioning on these challenges. Jake Plays again. Carson with goal 1 on a 50-50. Jake Plays now setting up 2 goals. One he got, second one there. Carson finishing it off with the 50-50. It's about that positioning, and that was a very aggressive, and that's a calling card of Sea Shanties. They are aggressive. It was an aggressive attack by Bana, being third player back and still going for the shot. So you can't blame him if that's their style of play, but just not working out for him so far here in game number 1.
Yeah, like we said beforehand, Sea Shanties definitely could not sleep on this team. We said it beforehand, these guys are the defending Tier 3 champions. I know Tier 3 and Tier 2 is vastly different, but, I mean, just the team chemistry alone is just dangerous. So Carson's going to bring this one up the right-hand side. J-Maul is going to receive that one, trying to stop this offensive onslaught thus far. Uno waiting in the wings. Haven't called his name all night. Jake Plays off the right-hand side. Here comes Banyan. So get a touch on that one, pops it over to the left-hand side. Uno's waiting for that one. It's going to register as a shot on target. I'm not sure if I count that one as a shot on target or not, but pretty much here comes Jake Plays. Final minute in game number 1. Let's see if Sea Shanties can walk away with the goal and get some momentum back. This one's going to be on the...
Even though the game number 1 is coming down, there's still plenty of time, but like you said, get that first goal, get yourself some momentum, get your mindset going into game number 2, even if you do follow this one.
Exactly. Here comes Noobsy, pops this one towards mid. Banyan going for the squishy save, and he could not get it, and Carson is going to get the upper 90 goal.
The shot placement by Carson. Look at the corner, able to kick it off the post. It was a great attempt on that squishy. Was right there, but again, that placement, not a 50-50.
No.
Proven they can do it all around here for the side of Doom Sovereign.
Exactly, that shot placement, like you said beforehand, as this one's going to follow its way through. J-Maul is going to strike first for Sea Shanty.
Great read off that wall, quickly on top of Carson, who was going up, almost got a bump, and I think that would have been accidental if he did, but J-Maul quickly to it, and speed kills. Get on that offensive attack, get it on point, on target, good things happen.
Exactly, maybe we can see a little bit of the offense wake up now for Sea Shanty. A little bit too late in this game number 1, but I would definitely love to see it come out in game number 2. 20 seconds remaining now. Here comes Banyan. He's going to go ahead and clear this one to the left-hand side. Carson waiting for that one. It's going to be 50-50. Uno's going to bring this one upfield. So Noobsy's going to clear this one off to the left-hand side. Uno's still not done with that. Has a second touch on it. Jake Plays. Pops off the left-hand side. Banyan with the far clear. J-Maul's waiting for this one. Misses contact with it. And J-Maul definitely wants that one back, because that was a highlight reel finish if he could have made contact with it. This one's still not down yet. 0 seconds. J-Maul bringing this one on the right-hand side, but unfortunately it's going to fall down. And J-Maul's requesting a new lobby. But wow, what a absolutely crazy miss right there from J-Maul. Unfortunate miss, I would say, but still walking away with 1 goal in this game number 1. But Doom Sovereign, pretty much the story of this game 1, winning this one 4-1.
Yeah, and like we said, it was 50-50s. There really wasn't much defense. I mean, we talked about the defense versus offense. There wasn't much that was really to tell that tale. It was the challenge of the 50-50s. It was the positioning of the cars of Doom Sovereign to be able to win those and stay on top of it and capitalize it. And really punishing the over aggression of sea shanties. We saw a couple of times just those long open nets. But on the flip side, sea shanties had a couple of opportunities that just didn't quite get the goal, just didn't quite have the read. We saw Noopsy with the double touch. We saw Jamal at the end. In the grand scheme of things, that would not have mattered.
Yeah.
But take those two, and the scoreline feels much, much better.
Yeah, a little interesting. I'd like to point out too. Jamal is in the chat. He is saying that these guys were kind of having a little bit of trouble, latency trouble. So that might add a little bit to the story of this game number one. As you can see, he just barely missed contact with that last one towards the end there. That could have been the latency. That could have just been a Rocket League excuse. We all know how that one goes. So regardless, we're going to see how Sea Shanties responds to being down one game. Pretty much coming into this game number two as we wait for everybody else to kind of join back in the lobby, because we did have a lobby reset request. So
yeah, and that is only the second game that Sea Shanties has dropped this entire circuit. They went 3-1 and then have swept the last 2 weeks. So not the start that they were looking for, but they have lost a game. And if this does help their latency, they're able to get that reset and reset their minds, because they did get a couple of great attacks there towards the end. Maybe this is enough to get them over the top and ready to go here in game number two.
I think that honestly, and you might agree with me on this one, they're just nervous. They've never seen both of us cast our game before, okay? They either had one of us or both of us. I mean, or just one of us pretty much. Never had both of us. So pretty much just nerves working against them, hearing both of our voices at the same time, just kind of, mind games at this point,
It should soothe and calm them with the two of us.
I don't think it works that way. Let's go to hop into game number two, though. Let's see how Sea Shanty respond to being down only losing the second game you said this season.
Yeah, no doubt. It's tough coming back for that in game number one. You're trying to feel them out, trying to figure out what's going on. And if you're having those latency issues, you're having those ping issues, trying to see what's happening, and the ball is just not traveling the way that you expect it to, it can really throw off your mindset. And in a 3v3, especially in tier 2, you have to trust every player out on that pitch. And if that player can't trust what they're seeing, then how can the team trust them? And it just throws off the whole dynamic.
Yeah, speaking of a mindset, Noobsy's still rocking this Batmobile. He's not giving up on it just yet. I would think that maybe if they lose this game right here, that he might switch to a different vehicle, but maybe he just might stick with it. But regardless, 30 seconds into this one, we still are scoreless. As Doom Sovereign's trying to work on bringing this one upfield, but a nice demolition from J-Maul. Still gaining possession is Carson, and Banyan's going to pop this one towards the midfield.
Already the aggression back from Doom Sovereign. We're looking at the stats. It's not the offense that we were expecting from them, but they are relentless. It appears that they are figuring out a lineup. They are figuring out their attack, and even with the lower stats, it could have just been the matchup that they were facing and the way that the other team was playing against them, playing more pressure and midfield play rather than a hyper-aggressive attack like Sea Shanties likes to play. And this is working out for them, and they were just peppering this back wall. Nothing towards the net quite yet, but just boost starving and shot after shot, touch after touch.
Nice demo right there from J-Maul, but yeah, exactly. This is just a battle of field position at this point. We're still pretty much 2 minutes into this game, and we haven't had anything relatively even close except for this shot right here by Carson. But the battle of field possession, especially with these guys being champs, the GCs on the field, happens quite often in ranked matches, and all of a sudden the fireworks start to pop as soon as that first goal crosses the finish line, and it looks like Doom Sovereign is going to cross the finish line first and go up 1-0.
Again, the hyper-aggression, third man coming for the challenge and not winning it. You see Noobsy going off the wall there. It looked like he doesn't have the read. And as I open up the menu, it does look like he's still having latency issues. So I'm not sure what's going on. It very well could be his internet, and that would be unfortunate. But a second goal scored here off the kickoff.
Yeah, very unfortunate goal right there. Just a 50-50 at the line, and you see Banyan and Jamal on the back end trying to pop that one off the back wall potentially, but unfortunately they kind of meet themselves in the middle. But yeah, Sea Shanty being down 2-0 now. This one might be 3-0. And just like that, it's 3-0.
And now, at what point do you need to change up the way to do kickoffs? That's the second time in a row that Doom Sovereign cheating up and just fires at center net. Both players on the side of Sea Shanties going for the corner boost and meeting in the middle. They both get touches. They both could have gotten the save, but end up canceling. So that was here right here, J-Ball with the cheat up. Great awareness from Sea Shanties. They're already down 3-0. It might be a little too late in this game, but the fact that they're aware of it and talking, it's great to see that adaptation.
I was going to say, yeah, it shows that these guys are not done just yet because they did adapt to that kickoff almost right when you said that. Jamal's cheating up on that one, trying to make sure that that one didn't have another kickoff goal there. Very unfortunate that they have 2 kickoff goals. Here comes Jamal now trying to bring this one upfield. Pops off the right-hand side. Uno's going to have a crack at this one. Looks like Jamal is going to beat everybody to the point of attack. That one's going to be off the top, and Banyan's going to score that one and put Sea Shanty 3-1 now.
There's the passing offense that we have seen from Sea Shanties, beating them to the ball and just dropping it down close enough that it registers as a shot. But the communication from the team, and this is what we were talking about with the kickoff, the communication between them, knowing that one was off, and Banyan, right place, right time to get that bounce shot over both defenders. 3-1, Doom Sovereign still with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, nice little pass right there from Jake Plays. Carson just wasn't ready for that one. This one could be trouble, though. Jamal pops this one back towards their net. Carson has the touch off the back wall. Oh, my goodness.
Carson says, I got your pass right here. It's called a self-pass. I got plenty of boost, and take that double tap to the house.
Wow. That was just a great solo play from Carson, and a huge response as well. Still a little bit of time left for Sea Shanties in this one. Coming up on the 2-minute mark in game number 2. I'm not ready to count these guys out of this one just yet. But the pressure right now is just relentless from Doom Sovereign. Everything has been on the orange side of the field for the most part of both games.
Yeah, just unable as the side of Sea Shanties to break this pressure. The great midfield play here from Doom Sovereign as Uno going for a fake, being able to pick up the save, but just rotating back, picking up that mid boost, and constantly applying the pressure and winning those 50-50s and not getting caught deep as Noobsy almost sneaking one by, but Uno able to get back in time, pick up that save.
Yeah, here comes Banyan bringing this one up. They have a chance at this one. It was lingering for quite some time on the blue side of things, but Banyan doing a good job keeping this one on the blue side of things. Jamal, nice little 50-50 right there with Jake Plays. Uno passes this one off to the left-hand side. Carson there to receive it. It's going to be a 50-50 from Banyan and Carson. Looks like Noobsy's going to be the only person in play with this one. Banyan trying to clear this one to the center. Does get the touch on it. Noobsy was there. Jake Plays is going to get credit for the save on that one as well. Banyan has a chance at this one. Just misses it, and Uno's going to bring us upfield onto the Sea Shanty side. Final pretty much 45 seconds in this game number 2. Banyan advances this one. Jamal's up in the air for it. Can he get a touch? He goes for the fake instead. And the follow-up touch by Banyan is wide as well. But Sir Noobsy with the follow-up of the follow-up is going to score this one.
One miss just absolutely causes so much chaos in these lobbies. And whether it was a legitimate miss or a tactical whiff, that just set off a chain of events that allow Sea Shanties, Sir Noobsy, to get there and drop that one underneath as so many cars flying by the ball. It opens up, cuts the lead in half, but with only 30 seconds left to go, they need to score quickly.
Exactly. The time is definitely working against them at this point. Doom Sovereign still laying the pressure on, but looks like Sea Shanties is starting to break through just a tad bit, as you see Banyan and Jamal working against this defense. Here comes Noobsy. Great save by Carson, though, on the rotation back. It picks up quite a bit of boost as well. This one could be trouble right here for Doom Sovereign. This one's lingering a little bit too long. Jamal shoots it off the left-hand post. And this one's going to be all she wrote as far as game number 2 goes. It's going to fall in favor of Doom Sovereign.
And Doom Sovereign coming out strong and coming out attacking. Yeah, and this is that 1.9 goals. They are blowing it out of the water.
Exactly.
Just scoring so many goals in quick succession and doing it not only with the solo plays, but we've seen passing plays, we've seen 50-50s, we've seen kickoff goals. They're doing it across where there's not one thing that you can take away from them and be like, okay, we can eliminate this, move on to game number 3. It is across the board. Sea Shanties needs to figure out how to break this pressure if they want to come back.
I 100% agree, but I think one of the biggest issues, we were talking about the team captain, Noobsy. He's been a huge contributor to the offense of the Sea Shanties team, and right now he's experiencing some latency issues. Right now, currently sitting at about 32 ping, and he's has the exclamation point flashing pretty much at this point, and probably most of that game as well. So that's pretty much a huge deficit for this Sea Shanty offense, and I'm not sure if these guys even have a sub on record, but unfortunate situation for the Sea Shanty. So hopefully Noobsy figures it out. Hopefully Grandma gets off the Wi-Fi or something's going on over at his house, because yeah, Sea Shanties definitely desperately need him in this one. As you can see, he scored a goal, and that's in the game number 2. So
yeah, and they're counting on Noobsy for multiple goals a game, whether it comes in the goals and or the assists. So just not being able to, hey, look at that, we got a card change from Noobsy.
Uh-oh. The card change is in full effect. Here comes Banyan off the kickoff. Noobsy with the Fennec, and he scores it first. The card change in full effect.
Noobsy, you are never allowed. You are not the Dark Knight that that team deserves.
Noobsy's starting.
Great shot coming out from Noobsy. The quick start that they needed. Might not be the one they deserve, but it's the one they needed.
Exactly, yeah, they definitely need to go up in this one. Let's see how Doom Sovereign responds. It's going to be interesting to say the least, because they haven't been down this just yet in this series, but I will say the reverse sweep is in full effect as we see a pinch upfield. Here comes Noobsy once again, shoots this one too far to the right. Banyan has a second touch on it, but Jake plays in great position. Gets the secondary touch over the last man, J-Maul, but Noobsy's going to be there on the early rotation back. Here comes the offense once again for Sea Shanty. Carson doing a good job winning that 50-50 there. J-Maul, close, almost a goal right there for Carson. Banyan's going to pop this off to the right-hand side, soft touch. J-Maul passes it back to Noobsy. Noobsy advances it upfield. J-Maul with the pre-jump now. Noobsy with the follow-up touch, passes to the left-hand side to Banyan. He does get contact. Carson up in the air, trying to get this one cleared off to the left-hand side, so Noobsy couldn't make contact with it. But J-Maul is going to have the score, just lingering at midfield as J-Maul. How'd this one go, Broke?
We have flipped the script on pressure. Multiple touches into the back wall, and one thing that really set that off is the fact that the ball was not stuck in the corner. When the ball was in the corner of the Sea Shanties team, they've been struggling getting it out. And I'm going to stop calling 50-50 at this point. It's more been like 80-20 in favor of Doom Sovereign. So
yeah,
the fact they're able to continue to pepper that back wall eventually opens it up. Gets goal number 2, but cannot sleep on this Doom Sovereign squad. Right back goes Jake Plays.
Yeah, the nice pass at the left-hand side from Uno, and then Jake Plays just coming up from that midfield line. I believe that was Noobsy that ended up getting beat there, just kind of guessing wrong. It was almost like a 50-50, like you kind of have to guess which way that one was coming from, and Noobsy kind of guessed wrong on that one. Not done.
Unfortunate for the side of Sea Shanties, but again, they're still up 1. They're still feeling good. Just continue to pressure, and they're going to give up a few goals. That is their style of play. It's just, can we score enough to outscore the opposition?
Exactly, and we have to get the possession over off the orange side as well, as you see this relentless pressure from Doom Sovereign just keeping this over here, and eventually something just cracks, whether it be them just winning the boost, them just winning just better rotations, or something just cracks as far as the Sea Shanties go. And I think Doom Sovereign knows that. As you see J-Maul doing a good job keeping this one on the blue side. Carson trying to field this one upfield. Noobsy's going to meet him halfway. And that 50-50 is going to be in favor of Doom Sovereign just for a little bit, because Noobsy's going to field this one upfield, left-hand side. Uno doing a good job fielding this one back, and a nice touch right there from Jake Plays. That flat Dominus car coming into full effect at that point. A double commitment coming out of Sea Shanty on the right side, something you don't want to see. And there goes a 50-50 in favor of Sea Shanty. It's going to force the blue team to kind of back up here. Banyan going for the fake now. Jake Plays, right-hand side, pops it. Noobsy trying to get something going here for the Sea Shanty. Nobody back for Sea Shanty either. Carson just has to touch it. Wow, what a whiff right there from Carson, and a missed opportunity from Doom Sovereign.
There's that upfield pass from Sea Shanties, though. It looked like Carson ended up running out of boost. You see him rushing back there for the save, but the placement from Jamal to throw that into the top left corner, add it to the reel.
BrokeFang, that has been lingering since game 1. We've seen Jamal with the pre-jump pretty much off that field, off the advancement since game number 1, and finally it connects. Something is clicking on all cylinders at this point for Sea Shanty. We're not sure what it is, but finally, love to see the highlight reel finish. Here we go now, 1:55 seconds remaining in game number 3. Demolition plays coming out now for Doom Sovereign as they're trying to pretty much get Sea Shanties on their heels. Banyan, nice save off the back wall. Carson still keeping this possession alive for Doom Sovereign. And there goes Uno, bringing this one up the left-hand side. Banyan off the back wall once again. Pretty much been calling Banyan's name the whole entire time on this defensive transition. Here comes the advancement upfield for Sir Noobsy. And the win right there from Banyan to keep this one, or to get this one on the blue side, I should say.
Biggest thing that we are seeing, you said it just about a minute ago, the demo play coming back out for the side of Doom Sovereign. They seem to have abandoned their physicality. We saw the bump plays, we saw the demo plays to throw off the rotation of the side of Sea Shanties, who are now in good fluid form. They're trusting the third guy, they're trusting the second guy, they're trusting that they're beating Doom Sovereign to these touches and starting to win some 50-50s, and it's showing not only in the scoreboard but in the pressure as well.
Exactly. Final minute in this game number 3 right here. This one might be a backwards goal for Carson, putting his team right back in this one, only down by 1 goal now.
An unfortunate miscommunication there. Noobsy out of boost, could do nothing but land on the ball. Jamal trying to clear it out, but they end up colliding. The ball stays put, and Doom Sovereign's like, we take those, bring it back within 1.
I don't think I've ever scored a backwards goal in my Rocket League career unless I was bumped backwards, so I would definitely take those ones as well. Here comes Carson. Nice little air dribble off the ceiling now. Turns into a passing play. Oh my goodness, what a good touch right there from Uno. But it's going to be saved by, I believe that was Noobsy on the defensive side of things. Jamal being a nuisance at midfield once again, holding that midfield presence. Sir Noobsy trying to get that goal from the pass off Jamal. Here comes Banyan, Uno, him, 50-50 in the air. Carson advances this one. Jamal pops it to the left-hand side. Still trying to stay with this one. Banyan! Oh my goodness, the save right there in the final seconds of this game number 3. That could have been a game-winning save because we could have headed to overtime on that one. The final seconds ticking down right now. Doom Sovereign trying to keep this one alive. 0-second mark. Carson keeps it up. Jake pops it to the left-hand side. And this one might fall. Yes, it does. And Sea Shanty take game number 3 away from Doom Sovereign. And they're only down by 1 more game now.
Yeah, able to avoid the sweep. And a lot of it, again, it was the pressure flip. You see there on the scoreboard, 4 shots to 4 shots. While prior games, we were seeing 10, 15 shots out of these two teams where they're just firing it back and forth at the net. And, we see there Noobsy still appearing to have some latency issues. If you take that third guy out with those constant latency and ping issues, who knows if they're reading what the ball is actually doing or not. So great job by Sea Shanties changing up their play style, playing more for the midfield, the redirects, the pops up, and then constantly applying that pressure into the back wall, not into the back corner. From Doom Sovereign, I think they need to go back to their bumping and demo plays. Throw that rotation off, get rid of that midfield presence, and attack. It worked for the first 2 games. They need to continue that.
Yeah, I think they definitely let up a little bit there. Doom Sovereign did. But it's good to see Sea Shanties not relying on this crutch, basically using this as an excuse, saying that Noobsy has been having latency issues and not pretty much just laying down and calling this one a game. It does look that Noobsy is stable right now. He's at 40. I'm not sure if it kind of progressively goes up and down as the game progresses, but regardless, let's hop into game number 4 and see if Sea Shanties can stay alive. I don't know why I just said that so weird.
Because the Sea Shanties are a bunch of weird dudes out there.
You are not lying with that one. Here comes Jamal off the first pass of the game from Noobsy. Almost 10 seconds into this one. Almost seen another early goal. Jamal, he's going to find it.
Oh. slots it right side in between the defender and the post. Another quick goal. It took only 15 seconds. Again, these kickoff goals that were detrimental to Sea Shanties. They're starting to figure it out. They're countering what they're seeing, getting the pressure, getting the attack, and then the placement by J-Mal on those redirects is impeccable.
Yeah, almost seeing pretty much a they did not give up on the offense. Pretty much they missed the first attack right there. J-Mal stuck with it, kind of wrapped back around on the rotation, and made up for it on the second touch. And we're seeing Sea Shanty be up first, and that's a good sign if you're a Sea Shanty fan, because they're staying alive in this one. Uno has something to say about that one, though, but it's going to be saved by Banyan. It's going to slowly roll over to the Doom Sovereign side. Here comes J-Mal once again, wins that 50-50, keeps that one over there. Banyan has the touch over the defense. What happened on this one?
J-Mal going with the Dooms. He had caused a double commit. You see Carson coming up as well as Jake Blaze getting that touch, and that just allows Banyan to beat one defender. Gets the little tip, and there you have it, a 2-0 lead for Sea Shanties. Again, we saw this last game, and this is where Doom Sovereign started to come back. For the side of Sea Shanties, you're still on do or die. You gotta keep the pressure going.
Exactly. Like I said beforehand, the reverse sweep is in full effect for the Sea Shanties. Pretty much fighting to stay alive. They cannot afford to pretty much let up on the pedal just yet. Here comes Noobsy with a great save, fighting against that right side post, and this one's still going to find its way through. Looked like Noobsy got stuck on that right side post after he saved this one. Let's take a second look.
Noobsy with a great save there, but then ends up botting himself into the wall, just forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Couldn't figure out what was going on. And Uno says, I know exactly what's going on. You can't get to the far side, and I have myself a goal, cutting the lead in half.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we might have called Uno's name on the offensive side of things. Usually he's had some nice assists there. I'm not too sure. You can kind of quote, don't quote me on that one, I should say. You know what I mean? But I think that might be the first time he called his name this far. Here comes Banyan.
Getting going again here on the pressure side of Doom Sovereign. If Uno can get a couple more goals, that is incredibly dangerous for Sea Shanties.
Exactly. Because pretty much it's been Carson and Jake Plays at this point. Here comes J-Mal, keeping the possession alive for Sea Shanty at this point. Desperately needed to get this clear here, because Doom Sovereign were starting to wake up on the offensive side of things, and that's not something you want to see. Here comes Uno. J-Mal pops it off the back wall. It's going to be popped off the back wall again, and Carson is going to be the recipient of this one.
What a follow and a dish from Uno. J-Mal doing everything that he can to pop that ball out, but Uno read him like a book, pre-jumping where that ball is going to go, and gets a perfect pass out to Carson, who knows what to do with it. We've seen that all series long, tying this ball game up.
2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining now. This is game number 4. If you guys are just joining us, like I said, Doom Sovereign being up in the series 2-1 now. Sea Shanty trying to stay alive. They were up 2-0. Doom Sovereign fighting their way back now, and everything's all tied up 2-2. Pretty dangerous transition right there. Doom Sovereign. The nice bump play from the Sea Shanty, though. Pretty much preventing a goal from happening. And we see another double commitment coming from J-Mal and Noobsy. J-Mal being a little bit more aggressive now. Here comes Carson now on the offense. This one's saved by J-Mal off the top of the crossbar. Banyan bringing this one upfield. Met at midfield from Uno. We have to see a second touch from Sea Shanty, but Jake Plays has something to say about that one. Here comes Carson now. Carson, I knew he had that shot as soon as he took up off the ground.
No doubt. Calling off Jake Blaze. You see Jake going here, going up at Gar's like, no. This one is all me. Right plays. Way to call off your game. And again, we talked about the communication on Sea Shanties. They made the adjustment. Now we got the communication on Doom Sovereign. Carson had the better shot, the better angle, calling out his teammate, making sure he doesn't get bumped. And now Doom Sovereign, with a 2-1 lead in the series, have a 3-2 lead in Game 4.
Yeah, we got to see how Sea Shanty respond here. J-Mal shoots one off the back wall. Banyan, being the last man back, has to force to back up. Carson has almost dead to rights as the goal, because it looked like Uno was going for that demolition play on Banyan. That was the last person back for Sea Shanty. There comes Noobsy to J-Mal to Noobsy again. No, Noobsy has no more boost. Unfortunate, because that could have been an awesome highlight reel play for Noobsy and J-Mal. But it's going to turn into an offensive transition right now for Doom Sovereign. That one's going to be a shot on target for Carson, but saved away to the right-hand side for Sea Shanty. Here comes Banyan, bringing this one upfield. Gets met again. And here comes the pressure again from Doom Sovereign. not letting up at this point. Whoopsyou advances this one upfield, met by Jake Plays this time. Banyan has a shot on target. Uno with the save. Close contact right there. Jamal is just going to float one at midfield and is going to tie this ball game up.
Threading the needle. And again, just throw the ball on net. Good things happen. Uno has to get the save, but carries too far on that save. Cannot get back to the ball. And Jamal just putting on net. Seeing what happens. In this level of Rocket League, you expect that save, but without the momentum, without the boost, nobody can get there, and a gift, 3-3 now, all knotted up.
Yeah, this one could be danger, though. Whoopsyou finds it, though. Absolutely no boost on that save. Final minute in this game, number 4. Looking at a potential overtime situation. Let's see if Uno has something to say about that one, though. Jamal is going to meet him upfield. Jake Plays is going to be the recipient of that one as well. Whoopsyou pops this one over to Banyan. Banyan can receive it. I thought Banyan was going to pop this one back to Whoopsyou, but couldn't find the right angle on that one. It's a little too saucy for Banyan's taste. Final 30 seconds now. Banyan bringing this one upfield. Jamal with the pre-jump. Trying to get the read on that one. Whoopsyou, 1v1 situation. Is going to be 50-50 with Jake. It's going to leave an open net opportunity. Banyan! Oh my goodness! With the save on the rotation back. I'm not sure how much boost he had, but regardless, he used his flip to get back at that one. And I think these guys are content with going to overtime at this point just to slow the heart rates down. But regardless, we have a final transition right here for Sea Shanty. Jamal has something different to say. Can't get the touch off the back wall, and we're headed to overtime.
Oh, the zero boost pre-flip to get back for that save. Critical and keeping this game alive. And Jamal just might hit it right here. Goes on top crossbar. Whoopsyou.
Oh,
saved by Carson. The defense is what I was talking about pregame, Whoops. The defense keeps them in every single game.
Okay, yeah, okay, maybe right here, but they're not out of trouble yet. Here comes Whoopsyou. Jake Plays, pops us to the left-hand side now, and Carson's going to advance this one, and Doom Sovereign is going to escape that treacherous Sea Shanty offense right now, and they're going to go on the offense themselves, but Whoopsyou's going to pick up a save now. Here comes Uno, gets demoed. Jamal misses the ball right here. Little to no boost. Here comes Carson, pops us off the back wall. Jake Plays, trying to go for a pre-jump read there, but Banyan's going to clear this one off to the right-hand side. Uno has plenty of boost to do something. Could be trouble, and Whoopsyou saves this one here. Jake Plays pops it to the right-hand side, lobs it over, and Banyan lobs it over the right-hand side. And that's how this one's going to end, BrokeFang.
Yeah, Banyan, not the touch he was looking for, but Carson with absolute bloodthirsty attack goes for the jump instantly, gets the goal, dropping it far side in between all 3 defenders of Sea Shanties, and that is how the series ends. Doom Sovereign looked like they were doomed based on the stats, but just came out absolutely on fire and refused to quit.
100%. I think I might owe you an apology as far as the defense wins championships things, but like I said, regardless, they did. They had a chance. Sea Shanties had a chance at that one. We've seen the classic kickoff goal J-Maul pretty much since game number 3 had, and that's what got them going early on. Had that in the overtime kickoff. They had a chance at it. I think they had 2 chances at that one to drill that one home and take us to game number 5. But they couldn't get the job done because Doom Sovereign just got the clear that they needed and pretty much didn't let up from the offense at that point. So regardless, it was a great series. I know it didn't pan out the way that we kind of wanted it to, but I think I did call this one in pre-games. I did say don't sleep on Doom Sovereign because, like I said, the defending Tier 3 champions kind of transitioned over to this Tier 2 now. They're trying to get some sort of, what's it called? This is a little bit of momentum for them, but I'm trying to say they're trying to be successful in this Tier 2.
Yeah, and getting their second win of this circuit as well, and doing it with so much pressure and so much attack. You know, again, that's not what we see on the stats. So hopefully for their sake, they continue this trend, continue to attack, continue to apply that pressure, and we see them grow, and we potentially see a playoff rematch. Because even though Sea Shanties does fall here tonight, they're still sitting 3-1. They had a perfect first half of the circuit. They're in a great position for playoffs. This is not the way that they wanted this night to go. But in the grand scheme of things, they're still perfectly fine. You take one on the chin, you move on.
Exactly. You have to use it as a learning experience 100%. And not to use it as an excuse. If these guys do meet in the championship, hopefully Noobsy doesn't have these latency issues. You know, because that could have contributed to something to it. So.
Yep, no doubt.
So, hey, BrokeFang, thank you very, very much for being here. Thank you for being my co-caster. I appreciate the heck out of you, dude. Like I said, I look up to you as well. All the things that you do behind the scenes, even, you know, all the things that you do. So give yourself a nice shout out. Where can we find you? Where can we book you if somebody wants to cast or book you to cast?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me. It is my Twitch down there, BrokeFang _ as well as you can find me on Twitter. Hit me up. Hit me on the DMs. You can find me on Castiverse. You can find me over and Beyond Ranked. You can find me in the DMs. They're always open. I'm a mod here as well for IGL, so I get people pinging me all the time. Ask a question. Even if you don't book me, get your matches booked. It is so much fun to go back and watch these great casters that we have here, just like Whoopsyou. Cast in your game. Go do it, please. Thank you as well to Whoopsyou for allowing me to be here and cast with you.
Hey, man, the pleasure's all mine, like I said beforehand. Seriously, it's been fun. It was a hell of an experience as well. Like I said, it didn't fall our way because I know I have some friends on Sea Shanty. Unfortunate, but like, learn from it, guys. Much love to you guys. Thank you guys very, very much for being here with us. Don't go anywhere, though, because we do have one more matchup. I'm going to have another co-caster with me from the IGL circuit. You might know him, BrokeFang. His name is Bro Jack. He's been lingering in the chat the whole entire time, watching everything going on. So we do have another matchup for you guys. It's going to be a 2v2 matchup, and that one's going to be the Goodest Boys, I believe it is, versus Jeff and Dan's. So stay with us, guys.